I've got a lot of businesses and I've tried a lot of bank accounts, and these are the 5 best business bank accounts out there. And not only have I actually tried every single one of these, but several of them I use on a daily basis. It's incredibly important to keep your small business or your side hustle money and income separate from your personal money. It's also incredibly important to avoid crappy business bank accounts like Chase or Bank of America, which are light on features and heavy on fees. Okay, first up is Novo, and like many on this list, Novo isn't a bank. It's a fintech company that's partnered with a bank. And Novo is one of the most balanced business banking solutions on this whole list. Now, there are plenty of areas where other solutions on this list are better, but I don't think any of them cover all the bases quite like Novo does. First, like everything else on this list, Novo is FDIC insured, so your money is protected. You can open an account with Novo in less than 10 minutes for a wide variety of business types, from a sole proprietorship to an LLC. So they've got you covered whether you run a restaurant or you sell Star Wars Phantom Menace soda cans on eBay. Look it up. It's a thing. Novo has no minimum account balances. In fact, that's a requirement for everything on this list. I personally hate minimum balance requirements, so none on this list have one. You can have $0 in this account or any of these accounts and get charged no fees for it. Now, one really cool feature of Novo is that all ATM fees worldwide are refunded, meaning that if you use your Novo debit card at any ATM anywhere in the world and it charges you a fee, Novo will refund you that fee. Novo supports a ton of integrations: Stripe, Shopify, Xero, Etsy, Square, Amazon, eBay, QuickBooks, and more. And some of these integrations come with perks like the Stripe integration. When you sign up for the Stripe perk, you get $5,000 in fee-free card processing. Along with their checking account offering, they have a feature they call Novo Reserves. This is actually only one of 2 accounts on this list that have a feature like this. You can set up a reserve in Novo for something like tax savings, for example, and then have Novo automatically save a percentage of all income coming into your account into this reserve account. It's a great way to do no-fuss savings without thinking about it, so you're prepared when tax time comes around. They also have a template in these reserves for the profit first methodology baked in. So you can take all income and automatically separate it into profit, owner compensation, taxes, and operating expenses reserves with no work on your part. Novo has an invoicing feature that lets you invoice people and get paid via ACH transfer, card payments, or even PayPal or Venmo payments. And now in their invoicing system, they support recurring invoices. If you don't have an LLC, a DBA, a C Corp, or a non-profit formed yet, you actually form one through Novo with their LegalZoom partnership. Now, Novo isn't completely fee-free, but they are very close. Aside from that, there are no other fees through Novo. So who is this account for? If you need an easy-to-use account for your small business or side hustle that has a good mix of features but isn't overly complicated, then Novo might be a great fit. In fact, Novo is actually the account I use for this here YouTube channel that you're watching right now for all of my finances that come through it. I've been using Novo for a few years now, and I've had nothing but a great experience. So who is Novo not for then? Well, if you need a much more advanced banking solution, or if you have very specific needs in terms of organizing your money, or if you have lots of employees or contractors who all need debit cards or credit cards, well then Novo is not for you. And by the way, links to every single one of the companies I talk about in this video are down in the description. Next up is Lily. Not this Lily though. This is my cat, not a bank. Now you know. Now you know the difference. What do you think, Lily? Are you a bank?
I'm not a bank.
Now that we've established that the Lily I'm talking about is not a cat, what is Lily? Well, Lily is a business banking solution with some really unique features. This account is great if you're someone who needs a little bit of help with taxes and accounting, but you don't want a bunch of other software or subscriptions. Lily can be accessed via their web dashboard or their mobile app, which, by the way, I think the Lily app is top notch. So if the mobile app experience is important to you, that could be a checkbox for Lily. Like I said, Lily wants to help you with your taxes and your accounting. In the app, you can swipe left or right on all your transactions for easy expense categorization. They also have a receipt scanner tool, which is very helpful for on-the-go expense recording. One of my favorite accounting and tax-related features of Lily is their auto savings feature. This is something that Novo offers as well, but I wish more accounts would do this. Again, basically what you can do here is you can set aside a certain percentage of every amount that is deposited into your account. Personally, I like saving 30% of all my income for my small businesses for future taxes. Well, with Lily, you can use their auto savings slider and move it anywhere from 10% up to 40%. And then every time you receive money, it will automatically save that amount without you having to do anything else. This is a very powerful feature. Now, the one that Novo offers is even more powerful, but if you don't have a need for all that extra complication, then the Lily version could be a great fit. Lily also gives you expense reports, and when it comes time for taxes, Lily will even provide you a pre-filled Schedule C. And since taxes are gross, any help is appreciated. Those are the standout features for me from Lily. On top of that, Lily also offers a savings account with an interest rate of 1.5% APY. Now, that isn't very high compared with personal savings accounts, but it is a lot higher than 0%, which is what a lot of business accounts offer. They have a debit card and are partnered with 38,000 ATMs that you can use fee-free. You can also get cashback rewards on that debit card. Now, most of the core offering here is completely free with Lily. However, some of the more advanced tax and accounting features that I mentioned are only available via their Lily Pro account, which is $9 per month. Another feature of their Pro account is the ability to create and send invoices. Personally, I think this is a small fee to pay for all of the features it includes, especially if you compare this versus having to add on extra subscriptions or other software for these same tax and accounting tools. But if you don't want to pay the $9 per month, I think their free offering is really great as is. But to make it easier, they do offer you a 30-day trial of the Lily Pro account. So, who is Lily for? Well, Lily is a great account for somebody who is just getting started with their small biz, or side hustle. If you're someone who wants some easy to use accounting and tax tools, but doesn't want to pay for other software or subscriptions, well then again, Lily might be a great fit. That said, Lily is not for someone who has much more advanced business banking needs, as Lily is a pretty simple offering overall. On the surface, it might seem like Mercury is only for the super ambitious of the small business world. After all, on their website, it says they are a business banking solution for startups. And maybe you don't have a startup. Personally, I'm still waiting on my invitation to Shark Tank. By the way, Sharks, I'm Andy, and I'm asking for $1 million in exchange for 1% of my company, Awesome Phantom Menace Mugs, LLC. And before you say,
to everybody who's watching, don't buy it. I'm out.
let me tell you why you might want to hear why Mercury is worth considering. Now, once you get past all the startup talk, Mercury is a fintech company with a great and free offering. You can open a checking and savings account and enjoy no management fees or account minimums. They let you issue employees or contractors virtual or physical credit and debit cards with custom spending limits. Their credit card, IO, offers 1.5% cash back and an excellent integration to their main offering. For all of those reasons, Mercury is one of my go-to solutions for business banking. I actually use Mercury as my business banking solution for my community Sleep Money Club. However, if you do have bigger business banking or startup needs, well then Mercury has a bunch of features you might be interested in. There's something called the Mercury Treasury where you can earn up to 4.65% annually. It's FDIC insured and lets you choose a strategy in which you earn your yield. This is great for storing and increasing your cash reserves over time. They also let you borrow money if you need to extend your runway or have other capital needs. This can be a big deal if the difference between your business growing like crazy or getting to the next level is just not having enough funds to make it happen. Like if you have a big order come in that you need to fulfill and you need the extra capital to do it. So who is Mercury for? Well, if you're looking for a very full-featured banking solution for your startup, well then Mercury is probably for you. Or if you don't have giant startup ambitions and you just want a really great free-to-use business banking solution, well then Mercury might be for you too. That said, Mercury is not for the super casual business owner. If you're simply a sole proprietor, well then there are other solutions on this list that will fit better. Next up in this relay race of best business bank accounts is Relay. And Relay is a very robust business banking tool. Like all the other accounts, they offer no minimum balance requirements. Their standout feature is the ability to really organize and manage your money within Relay. You can open up to 20 individual checking accounts within your Relay account to organize and manage said money. You can have an account for income, for tax savings, for operating expenses, or whatever you dream up, etc., etc. Along with that, you can also have your entire team join Relay. You can issue up to 50 physical or virtual debit cards to them. So you can assign debit cards to all those employees or contractors, or you can simply create certain cards just to use for specific expenses as they come in. Relay also has a great accounts payable system. You can pay all of your bills through Relay, automate bill approval rules for your team, and more. You get free access to Allpoint ATMs with your debit card, which also lets you do cash deposits. Relay is powerful because it's so customizable with all the accounts and debit card options, but also because you get a full picture of your money in one glance clients on your dashboard page. Now, a number of these features are completely free with Relay, but some of them do require you to upgrade to Relay Pro, which is $30 per month. So who should sign up for a Relay account? Well, if you're someone who has a very specific system for managing and viewing and using all of your money, or if you just want a very robust top level view of all of your funds, you should consider using Relay. Even more so if you have companies or vendors or bills you need to take care of every month. And because of that, you need a fully featured accounts payable system. Okay, so who is Relay not for? Well, Relay is not for somebody who has simple business banking needs, like someone who just started a side hustle or a small side business. Now, all these fancy fintech banks and all their fancy features are great and all, but you should also consider opening up a business bank account with a local credit union, and either doing this as your full business banking solution or just to help supplement one of these other accounts on this list. Local credit unions will of course vary greatly when it comes to their banking solutions, their features, and their rates, but they should be available in most cities. There are 5 to 10 local credit unions that offer business bank accounts where I live. Some of them are no fee with no minimum accounts and even offer some interest rates on their account types. One of the biggest reasons to open a local credit union account for your business banking needs is because you might be dealing with lots of cash. Even if many of these online options have more features that you prefer, it's great if you have lots of cash you need to deposit to have a local bank account to do that. Then once you have your cash deposited at that local credit union, you can simply do a free ACH transfer to your online bank. This is how I do it and what I recommend. That said, credit unions are usually reliable, local, at physical locations, and usually very friendly staff. And they tend to be better than all the big banks when it comes to having your interest in mind as a small business owner. So a credit union might actually be the only solution you need. Now, not having separate accounting for your small business or your side hustle from your personal finances is a huge mistake that I see people make all the time. But it's just one of the many common mistakes that people make when starting a small business. You could be making one right now, so you should really watch this video where I talk about 10 things you should never do when starting a small business. That's it for this video though. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.